I don't drink soda.
Yo, welcome to the Natural Habitat Podcast. My name is Mikey Booyah.
My name is Awesome Ty.
And this is a very special episode because we are kicking off the road to 1K today, baby.
It's gonna be a long, strange road, and we got a long ways to go.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm happy to report that we are up. How many subscribers since last week?
Two subs.
So we're gonna need to really step that up.
Yeah.
Two is, I mean, like at that rate, it's gonna take years for us to get to 1,000.
It's gonna be a very long time.
We really, I hate to just come in hot, demanding, making demands of you, but we really need you to go ahead and over to the YouTube, subscribe, switch your Gmail account, subscribe, switch your Gmail account, subscribe, switch your Gmail account, subscribe.
Now that's
and
the thing.
forth.
That's the thing that we're really gonna focus on right now is that we have kind of capped out on friends and family.
Yeah, and you know
that
what?
Can sub.
I mean, honestly, like I don't care if we have like 1,000 individual subscribers so much as 1,000 accounts.
We need the numbers.
Yeah,
we need the number, 1,000 of a number. So we are urging our people that have already been supporting us, our day ones, our followers, people that are in there. We want you to use all your emails, create more emails. And all you have to do, once you make a new Gmail account on your phone, just go to accounts, make a Gmail.
You just hit the top right corner there. You can move from one to the other
That's
seamlessly.
Right. Go to YouTube, hit the little bubble, boom, bring you to another one. And we're really going to be stressing that. Create multiple emails, please. And plus, you should also have multiple emails so you shouldn't can send spam to one. Have one that's dedicated to important stuff.
Did we do a check here? I feel like I don't hear anything. How's that audio looking?
Yeah, it's looking. It's
cool.
looking good. You want me to turn you up a little bit?
We can't stress this enough. Like, we're growing tired of the lack of subscriptions, and it's really becoming like a burden for both of us. And like we said last week, like we need you to be aware of our mental health, not just in the month of November, but all months. So. Straight off the jump, please go subscribe. I don't even care if you like it. I mean, like if you're gonna do one of the three things we ask, sound off, like, or subscribe. Definitely subscribe. We don't really need to hear you sound off that much. That's just like that's I guess icing on the cake.
Yeah. And it is nice, but we could also get, and another great point, if you're making these multiple accounts and you're going in, you're subscribing from these accounts, sound off from multiple accounts too, because that is just going to give us more comments. It's going to boost us in the algorithm, and we can't get to 1K without you guys.
And I know you're thinking like, oh, nobody wants to listen to a podcast that's just two dudes begging for us to subscribe and nothing else. Well, you're forcing our hand here. We would love to talk about all the cool topics that we have planned and get through, the bullet points that we've, prepared for. But when we have to come and say this every single week, like the time runs out and, we can only get so much in one episode. So if you're tired of hearing us bitch about our subscriber count, you know what to do. Contribute.
Yeah.
Do your part.
Once we get to that 1K, we have a lot of plans. We have a lot of things that we're going to do, which we're going to explain to you.
So to my understanding, is that we'll be like, if not millionaires, like close to it.
1,000 subs, that's a lot. You can monetize. Monetize means money, YouTube money. Even the small, low-level channels, they're pulling in $8 billion a month.
Something like that. Far
I heard
more than we're
$8
getting
billion.
now.
So right now, if you do go there,
should we do like a 30-second pause where we just stand like motionless and allow them to do it?
Like go wait for them to go act. Yeah, go check. Go find out if you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed right now, you don't have to do the extra emails immediately. But we're paused already. So go there, go subscribe. We'll wait. Now for the audio listeners, they could probably still hear this, so we'll stay paused. Don't move your body, but we could talk to them so that way we could kind of guide them through the process. So you can go to YouTube, type in Natural Habitat Podcast. Or just if you want to do the long way, youtube.com/Natural Habitat Podcast will get you there. And then subscribe. Boom. Hit the bell.
Now we're also should we drop it on them that it's coming, or should we just wait till we actually get part of it done?
You talking about the rebrand?
Not the rebrand, but the
commercial.
You
talking about
the
rebrand
YouTube
or the
series,
commercial? YouTube series.
The Road to 1K series.
Road to 1K series. Yeah, I mean, I say that we give them just a little bit, probably. Not the whole thing. We don't want to spill major beans.
Yeah, so we established that maybe just having the podcast as our only content might not get us there, or not get us there fast enough. So we've decided to make an official Road to 1K YouTube series where we're going to get out. We're saying so long to the internet, and we're going to get out in the streets and get those subs in the streets.
Yeah, sometimes man to man,
face to face,
word to mouth.
Yeah.
Wait, word of mouth? Word to mouth. It's word of mouth.
Yeah, because, like, we tell you this over the internet, like, yeah, you're like, yeah, cool, I'm a tough guy. I don't have to listen to these guys. But what happens when we get in your face in the streets and tell you, hey, buddy, subscribe to our YouTube channel?
It's a lot different. You can't just be a keyboard warrior.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna document the whole process, and
so that's gonna be exciting. People that have been with us for a while will know the Awesome Ties Running for Mayor series. We have 2 seasons of that available on our YouTube, which you just did or already are subscribed to.
Yeah, and this is more like NHP runs for 1K.
Exactly,
something along those lines. We got some cool episodes we've come up with, and we're going to execute those and probably include them on this podcast, and then also standalone.
Yeah, we'll do like a reveal on the episode, and then do a little standalone thing. And right now, you'll notice on our YouTube and all of our social media pages that we are in rebrand mode. So everything is stricken from the record. Any logos and slogans, which is what I call logans, and catchphrases, they're all gone. And we are now having this algorithm that we've been talking about. It's loading up our new brand. So we went with a whole brand. We got a self-learning AI, fed it a bunch of keywords, and it's giving us our new brand. So that's coming soon.
We're just basically going to be an entirely new show once we hit that, the 1K.
Absolutely.
And we're preparing for it. We're going to be a little more aesthetically pleasing. We're going to, remove some of the branding that maybe wasn't, algorithm approved. And we're basically selling out, or we're trying very hard to sell out. I mean, we haven't sold anything yet, but it's definitely for sale. All of our integrity and
once it starts selling, it's going to sell out quick. So you need to get in there.
Like fucking no, I can't say that.
Don't say that. So rebrand Road to 1K, that's going to be exciting.
Also exciting is the should we get a hotline plug in?
Yeah, the hotline for sure. 805-900-7301. Call the hotline. Is that the number?
Yeah, 1-805. We got to get that one in there.
Yeah,
if they're not in the 805, it's just gonna mess it all up. So 1-805-900-7301.
Yep.
And call that for, there's not really anything on there right now, but call it eventually and there will be.
Yeah. We're actually going to be updating that after this episode.
Yeah, we're going to, like all the stuff that we can't say on the internet, because of all these social justice warriors that would have us canceled, we're going to go ahead and fire it off on the hotline. And what are they going to do then?
And then you can leave a message on this hotline that we will then own. We may or may not play it on the show. If you ask us not to, it will make us want to play it more. So, make sure you don't do that.
And like any aspiring musicians or artists out there, feel free to drop a freestyle in the hotline, and we will play that.
It'll sound like when Saint Dog went to jail or whatever. From remember Cottonmouth Kings? There was like one member that was in jail for like 10 years.
I don't remember that.
And all of his verses were over the phone.
Are you thinking of
Kanye West Through the Wire?
No. What was Brother Lynch's homie? Brother Lynch had a guy that would rap on all of his, not all of his songs, but a lot of his songs, and they were from prison.
Well, I'm sure there's probably a lot of people that did it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could do that. We'll play that. That'll be exciting. And we're gonna be, for now, not this whole 1,000. Maybe we'll see how it goes. But for now, we're gonna be shouting out every sub on the show. So if you have, a brand or, some sort of company or something, you could follow us with that email on YouTube, and then we will shout out your brand, free promotion. If you are someone that works with Reliefy or does Reliefy social media, would you please share our Road to 1K flyer?
Yeah, because I mean, what you know, like what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
That's right. That's right.
So Reliefy, if you're watching this, like maybe you should be, you know, like we've promoted your brand extensively.
Do you think there's a man or woman named Reliefy? Like a person? One person named Reliefy that made it and it's named after them?
No, I don't think that, but it's possible.
It could be. But Reliefy, if you're listening, you should share that, please.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're about due for some sort of payment again, you know, like Reliefy. So
and if you want to make us say something goofy, you know, you can make a goofy email and then we'll have to read it. We'll have to read your
It could be a whole bit.
thing.
It could be a whole bit.
You can make a whole bit. You can play along. You know, we're your puppets. We'll say something, you know, to a certain extent. We won't say any like extreme, like anything crazy.
I mean, we might,
depending.
But yeah, this is going to get really tiresome soon. So like the faster you guys can speed up the process for us and get us to 1K. I mean, like right now we're on a road and we can't quite see, you know, our destination yet. It's not in our immediate, you know, line of sight.
No.
And we need you to kind of push us from behind and get us to the promised land, to the finish line.
And shine that light, you know, that so we could see through the fog. And we're going to be letting you know, promises that we'll make to you that we'll do along the way. First of which, we're shouting you out. And then for a intermediate amount of time that doesn't last for the whole 1,000.
No, definitely.
I'll go ahead and reiterate that. And then we'll also tell you what we plan on doing after we get this one sub. This is going to be 1K sub.
Yeah.
This is going to be exciting. And we have a lot of things in plan. Okay, this weed took my words. I'm mixing my words up.
We've got a lot of stuff on the horizon, and we're going to give you just a little bit of insight into, you know, like the things that we might consider doing once we've achieved the 1K milestone and become YouTube millionaires. So I plan on taking a trip to Japan, an all expenses paid trip to Japan.
Wow.
I'm gonna stay in like a little capsule hotel.
You're gonna move there?
I mean, I might. I mean, like I assume that, you know, by the time we hit 1K and can monetize the channel, I'm gonna be set for life financially, or at least for several years.
Yeah.
So that would allow me to travel to Japan. My understanding is that things are very, very cheap in Japan, also very small.
Yeah.
But you can get
that
like
little tiny capsule, like you said.
the little capsule hotel room. I can, you know, like stay in that for like $39 a night. So that's going to allow me to, you know, stay over there for.
I saw one that was like, it's pretty much just a bed, and then you can sit up, and there's kind of a little shelf that flops down. You can put your computer on it. And then there was also one that was just like an internet cafe, but people slept in the cubicles. So the cubicle, just like the door slid shut, and you would just kind of
I think I saw that one
sleep
too.
under your desk.
And all those vending machines. Like we really want to go to Japan. And right now, like quite honestly, we can't afford to take the time off work or to, you know, fund the trip ourselves. So that's going to be one of the things that you get us to 1K and that YouTube revenue starts coming in. Maybe we'll do a live podcast from Japan. You got to go to Japan when we're
Absolutely,
rich?
Yeah, that'd be exciting.
Sick.
Also, Jerry is back. Officially, he is back on a probationary period.
Yeah. I mean, his clout and role on the show have been drastically reduced. He's basically he's like an intern now. I mean,
like
we're still
less than an intern.
I mean, I don't know the legalities of us stripping him of his salary, so I'm not going to comment on that. But essentially, in the amount of work that he's getting and the amount of say that he has over the show now, he's essentially an intern in that respect.
But he is back, so there was a lot of people in the comments and in our emails and DMs saying that we had something to do with Jerry disappearing.
Maybe we should give a little background on it since we have all these new subscribers. So basically, our producer Jerry tried to replace us with two random guys when we were, you know,
was it Toddford and
it was like Todd and Alvin.
Yeah,
Todd and
Alvin. Yeah.
Two random guys, and it was a complete catastrophe. The show was very poorly received.
These fucking assholes came in here on like a day off when we weren't even supposed to be here.
Yeah, we're out getting money, hustling, and he brings in these two. I guess in his eyes they were ringers, but what's like the actual opposite of a ringer? Like somebody you bring in that just sinks the ship. These guys were awful.
Dinger.
Yeah, a dinger. We'll call them dingers. He brought in a couple
isn't that
dingers.
Good? A dinger is usually good. Like if you hit a dinger in golf.
Well, in this context, we're going to use it as a
I'm thinking of like
slur.
A small boat,
right?
Like a
dinghy.
A dinghy. Yeah.
Peter, what's a dinghy?
It's a little boat.
Alexa Answers contributor. To me, reference is smaller than the normal size.
No, computer, say dinghy.
Computer, say hello to the people.
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, hello is a warm and friendly greeting. Among the many people of the world, saying hello is the most basic way to acknowledge someone. How do you say it? Bonjour, hola, ciao, konnichiwa, oi, shalom.
Computer,
hey.
Stop. Computer, stop.
I forgot that we had that.
We have a megaphone now too. Yeah.
Here, let me see. So actually, this is good. Anybody out there? One thing that we need is clippers. We need people that want to clip the show. If you have an iPhone, it's super easy. You just clip it, you trim it, you crop it, you post it. You make all these emails that you're doing.
You tag the show so people know what like they know where to find us.
So clip us. Clip your favorite parts, put them up, do this work for us for free.
I know it sounds like we're asking a whole lot of you, and like that's really all that we're doing here. But we've provided you with so much content in the past. Just look at the back catalog that you're working with here, and say that we haven't, provided you with countless hours of entertainment, and we've made you laugh, we've made you cry, we've made you probably very angry at times.
Yeah.
We've worked a whole range of emotions out of you. I feel like it's not completely absurd for us to ask for just a little bit back.
Yeah.
God forbid.
Just like 5 or 6 subs from different emails. That's all we need.
Yeah.
And just a little bit of support, and maybe tell people to sub, and maybe share stuff, and maybe make some clips, and maybe if you were to send us money on PayPal that we could use for Google AdSense.
Yeah, you can definitely send us money. That would be completely fine.
Yeah.
But as far as sharing the podcast on any platform aside from YouTube right now, we really have no interest in that. So don't share this on Facebook.
No.
Share it on YouTube. Don't share it on Spotify. Share it on YouTube.
Share it on YouTube. So you can go ahead and take this, you can clip this, you can put it up, and this will be a good giving people an idea of what we got going on, right? So
we need you to be our megaphone, and we need you to amplify the show's reach.
Come one, come all, the road to one. What? Check. Can you hear it?
How do you do
Wait,
like a
can you
case?
hear this? Come one, come all, the road to 1K. We are on it. The Natural Habitat Podcast. Subscribe and tell your friends. Make multiple emails. Thank you.
I think I came up with a 1K gangs. Is that 1K?
Oh shit! I think that's 3Ks. I think you're doing 3. You want to do?
You got 1, and then this.
Oh wait, yeah, okay.
It's like a K.
That's like what about this? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, but I also got this finger, so it's a K.
Yeah, but I did it wrong. Here we go. There we go. 1K. Ow. That hurt. I cramped. If you can throw a 1K without cramping, send us a video of that. Tag the show. Tag YouTube. We also are really looking to make partners with someone at YouTube. A lot of people that are YouTubers, they go, I talked to my guy at YouTube. I talked to my people at YouTube. YouTube said this. It's like we want to talk to YouTube. We want to have them rub shoulders, bump elbows, get them to kind of put us on the trending list every once in a while.
Yeah, and it turns out they're very difficult to come in contact with, at least over the internet. So one idea that we've discussed is possibly making a road trip up to Silicon Valley and reaching out to them in person. Whether or not it becomes like a physical fight or anything, you know, like escalates into anything like that, I mean, that remains to be seen. We're going to go there, you know, willing to talk things out and, you know, make some sort of arrangement with them. But if it becomes,
because we really want a partnership, you know, that's what we want. We want to get plaques in the mail. We want to get all this stuff.
But, you know, like, sometimes, like, you know, America had to whip England's ass before we were ever, you know, like able to establish a partnership with them in the Revolutionary War. So sometimes, I'm not saying we're going to go to Silicon Valley and create any sort of war with Google or YouTube. That's definitely not what I want. It's not what I want.
But you know, anything's possible, really, if you think about it, and that's not a threat either. That could, I mean, anything could really happen. So. Before we get into some more promises that we have along the way, that was a good segue into Meta and located in Silicon Valley. We'll be talking to them. We'll be talking to Google, and
Google owns YouTube. Yeah.
Okay, I want to say right now that I was pronouncing Google like in a goofy way, and I didn't try to insinuate like a Jewish.
That wasn't
connection.
like an anti-Semitic thing or anything.
But I was like, oh, Google. Like
right now, that's a very sensitive word.
Yeah, that's crazy now. So I wasn't implying like they're, you know, running it or like anything anti-Semitic at all.
That's good.
Because we cut ties with Kanye because of that. So no more Kanye coverage because of it. So I don't want people to take that. Don't clip that.
No, yeah, that's not the one to clip.
Don't clip this explanation either, because this makes it sound worse. So can we just move on?
Just leave it in. Don't clip it out.
So Meta, Google, all these places in Silicon Valley. Mark Zuckerberg, who has been on the forefront of virtual reality recently, and bought Oculus, rebranded it into the Meta Quest, and kind of like
ruined the platform.
He ruined it. He ruined the platform. He isolated the PC people who were connected to the Oculus, because most of the Oculus is people that are playing on their PC with the headset connected to that, playing PC VR. And then the Quest 2 was the standalone, and the Quest 1 you need a computer for. So he kind of like promised a bunch of major titles and updates, but then only made it available to Quest 2 people. And then a bunch of shit like didn't even come out. Like the main selling point was the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas in VR.
Yeah.
And they don't even talk about
I feel
that
like
anymore.
he's like, you know, we can jump back probably. It's been about like 1 year since you first got your Oculus. And we were so hyped. We were so excited. We were talking it up. And that seemed to be the general consensus among everybody, was that, oh, wow, this thing's really cool. And like, this thing is, you know, like it was, you know, for the most part, positive, right? Like positive vibes about the Oculus.
Yeah.
Fast forward 1 year later, and it's basically become like a meme of how, you know, Meta has turned this into just, you know, like literally there's memes of it everywhere.
Yeah, the avatar is worse than like a Wii, a Wii
and
avatar.
I feel like Zuckerberg just like made the brand really uncool to where like it's no longer like something that's hip, and kids probably don't want it because they're going to be made fun of, and you got to get the kids on board.
Yeah. And what they did, I feel like they pivoted towards marketing it to everyone possible, and trying to get as many new people to buy Quest without really caring about the people that already had VR headsets and already were like in the world and into it. And they kind of just made it like a weird, corny thing. And I love it. Like, don't get me wrong. I still love it. I still use it almost every night. I'm in there playing golf with the boys. And, I find like a bunch of cool stuff on like the Oculus TV, like VR videos and shit. But all of this stuff is Oculus stuff.
Yeah.
Like the Meta stuff that they're making and branding, which it's going to lean towards everything you could get is from them. All that stuff is kind of whack.
See, I heard like the metaverse when that came out. I haven't tried it, but I heard that's just absolutely awful. And since then, I haven't heard anything positive about the Oculus, or very few things. And I feel like the amount of content that's coming out for it has kind of plateaued.
So what happened is Meta bought up all of the good like virtual reality production companies, the game companies, and then hasn't released any titles from them over the past like year. And what had happened was, I had like this great point about.
Did I interrupt you?
No. It was something that you just said. What did you just say? Run it back.
I feel like the amount of content has plateaued.
Okay, the amount of content.
Like I remember last year, maybe it's because it was like brand new or at least newer, but there were all these cool things coming out like one after another. And now, like, granted, I haven't been checking as much, but
I remember the metaverse is what you were talking about.
Metaverse, yeah.
So
I feel like the metaverse was like, it's all been downhill since the metaverse came out.
So the metaverse isn't actually like a app or game in particular.
Is it a state of mind?
It's a state of mind, yeah. So there is a company that jumped on it right when they like announced the metaverse. This company made a really whack game and called it Metaverse. So everybody like downloaded that and started playing it. But that wasn't what the memes are from. The memes are from Horizon Worlds, which is their. So VR chat is like a social community that was made by like a developer or whatever, like an independent guy, not connected to
not
Meta.
a Zuckerberg, not
this
a Facebook
was around on PC like Oculus. And Horizon Worlds is like their version of that. But the metaverse is like all of the games and things that you could do with other people like counts as the metaverse.
Oh, so they're just basically like taking credit for all of these developers.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, you're playing in the metaverse, when really like they're just offering like a they're facilitating your use of a third party concept.
And just making like a blanket term that covers everything.
Now I'm very interested to see this new PlayStation VR to see if they've managed to, I mean, because I could see that, you know, if they do it right, you know, like just completely like, you know, being like the death nail for Oculus. If the PlayStation VR 2 or whatever it's called comes out and is dope, and it's not like plagued with shortages like the PS5 has been, and you can actually get your hands on it for a reasonable price. Like, I mean, it seems to me that like PlayStation probably has the infrastructure to create a far superior platform.
Yeah, you would have to have a PlayStation already, because if you don't have a PlayStation and you have to buy the headset too, then that's going to run you like $800. So I don't know about that, but for people that are already PlayStation owners, like it'd be.
Oh, so it's not its own, the PS VR
I don't think so.
2 or whatever it's called. It's not a standalone like VR console.
I don't think it is. I think you need a PlayStation to run it.
Oh, well, shit.
But it could be. I don't know. I do know that Palmer Luckey, who was the father of modern virtual reality, the creator of Oculus, who sold it to Meta, and then went to work as a defense contractor for the government, making like bombs and
like
shit.
Weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah. And he created a Oculus Rift that has explosive charges on the front that are designed to, whenever you lose in the game.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know if you're playing some game in particular or any game, but when you lose and you die, the game, it says game over, and there's like a flashing red screen. And when it detects that flashing red screen, then the charges go off, blowing your brains out in real life.
Wait, what?
And destroying your headset.
What?
It murders you. It's like you die in the game, you die in real life headset, which is not a thing that he is like selling or using or anything.
I would imagine that would be
It's like
hard
a decorative piece in his office, but it's working. Like it actually works.
How does he know?
Because he made it. He's a defense contractor.
Right, but how, I mean, like, if it
you're
hasn't
right.
been tested on anybody, which I find hard to believe, like,
Well, I think it could be probably easy. He probably made one, put a pumpkin in it, and then had the pumpkin play the game. The pumpkin's going to lose no matter what game it is.
either that or he found some people who aren't super high on the society totem pole that, maybe
Did like a Squid Game?
Yeah, maybe people wouldn't notice if they turned up missing, and he used them as these guinea pigs. In reality, he just murdered these poor people.
I mean, probably. Did you ever watch Black Mirror?
Yeah.
There was a Black Mirror like that, where the guy went in to go test video game, and it was like an implant that they put in his head, and then they took him to some house where he stayed all night, and there was all these like creepy stuff, and it was stimulating his visual cortex, so it was like VR without a headset. And then it turned out at the end, spoiler alert, fast forward 30 seconds if you haven't seen this, at the end it turned out that he didn't play anything. They put the thing in him and they turned it on, and then it fried his brain and he died. And they like put the notes in, and they were like, he was in the game for 3 seconds and he's like still back in the office, and he like had all this like false memory, like his brain still played the game before he died, but in real life it just fried him. And then the game probably like ran off with his brain. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds like a
he could have used some pores. He easily could have got some pores, blew their brains out, tried it out, made a bunch of, what's it called? Like a first draft of an item like that, like a design.
Like a prototype.
Make a bunch of prototypes, and then got it working just right. And now it's chilling up on a shelf.
For now, until somebody, comes along and swipes that technology, and then all of a sudden it's being mass produced in China and, sold on the black market. And it's basically become the fentanyl of VR, to where it's designed to look like a regular Oculus. You're like, sick, I just got this Oculus for $100. This is awesome. Like maybe it's, a Wish app Oculus. You pop it on and, you're playing your VR game, and all of a sudden you lose, and then boom, you're dead. You're dead, baby.
Yeah, dead. And I mean, imagine if, some kid is like, so maybe it's bring your kid to work day, and all these kids are running around the office. One kid gets loose. He goes into this guy's office, and then
he's like, "Ooh, game
what's
console.
This? Ooh, I want to play."
Exactly.
And he puts it on and he starts playing.
It feels a little irresponsible to develop that sort of technology. You know what I mean?
So, I could also see this becoming like a underground. You ever watch like you see like the Smash Brothers competitions where kids will like freak out and they drive like all the way from Nevada to like Washington to go sit in like a trading card shop, and they do like a Smash Brothers competition.
Yeah.
And then they'll like break controllers and scream, and their mom brings them home. So like those kids, when they grow up, that's the kind of shit they'll do. They'll meet in like an underground Foot Clan like type area, and like a sewer that's been like renovated by like a gang of vandals and has like a real.
Are you picturing like the Ninja Turtles Foot Clan lair that they had?
With the half pipes, and they have arcade games,
smoking cigarettes, blasting.
Would you like regulars or menthols?
Yeah, that place that was like
that was so cool. I definitely wanted to hang out there.
So bad.
Yeah. They made the Foot Clan look so cool.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, that's the place to be. So we'll have a place like that. And for what? What were we talking about?
Something to do with murdering?
Murdering?
Are we still talking about like the VR headsets that kill you?
Yeah. So these people, the people that play Smash Bros. And these card shops, these kids, they grow up. They meet in a Foot Clan type dungeonous place.
Right.
They have these, not this headset that this guy made, but it's going to be people's own homemade suicide or murder.
Oh, you're saying
headsets.
So if you lose, you kill yourself. Okay.
And they're going to do extreme competition gaming. And people are going to be strapped up in these headsets. It's going to be like everybody's gathered around cheering. They're betting on it. And someone's going to lose every night and get their brains blown out.
I mean, that's a really, really bleak prediction for the future, but it's not completely unrealistic.
It could happen.
I feel like there's probably already like kids that kill themselves when they lose a video game. Like for sure there has been probably like tons that like just like they lost some big Xbox Live match or whatever it is they do, and they're just like, this is enough.
Yeah.
Well, now the Xbox is going to do it for you.
Yeah. Which, I mean, is really just helpful. Because, I mean, you don't really get it when you're a kid, but when you grow up, like, there's not a lot of time. It's not a lot of time in the day. And if you can get something that'll do multiple things and have multiple purposes for you, then that's great. And that's what we'll do for you if you sub to our YouTube.
Yeah, let's bring
We'll give
this.
you a lot.
Let's swirl this back around to subscribing to the YouTube.
The road to
account.
1K. It's going to be exciting. We're going to be literally running. We're going to be making a bunch of content and videos for you. So go ahead and sub, hit that bell so you know when they come out. And also, if you are already subscribed, you can post a screenshot of your subscription, say that you're subscribed, like it'll say the button subscribed, screenshot that, post it, and tag us or whatever, and then we'll shout you out for that too, because people are like, I'm not getting my shout out because I already subscribed. But we're not going to go through and list everybody. But if you post that screenshot, you do like a very particular hashtag, which we hid in this episode somewhere, then we will shout you out for that.
That's right. Should we shout out our subscribers for this week? Do we have a couple new ones?
Yeah, let me check. Let me see here. I got my noties. Let's see. Hold please. There's got to be a way to like filter these, right? No.
No new subscribers this week.
Well, we did have. It says we have +2 subscribers in the past 7 days.
It just doesn't tell you like who they. Okay.
Yeah, because I have notifications somewhere. I'm sure. Or actually +4.
4. Okay. I like that a little bit better than 2. That's a 100% increase over 2.
+4. Oh, here we go. Squished Fluffin.
Squished Fluffin. That's
Squished Fluffin.
cool
Shout
name.
out.
Yeah.
Gnarly Sudsville.
Gnarly Sudsville. Okay, that's tight too.
Yeah.
I picture that being like Sudsville is like you're drinking some suds, like you're tarring the roof of the prison, and the warden lets you and your fellow inmates have a couple of cold beers.
Yeah.
Because you negotiated it. And
Up with the tar buckets.
Yeah, so it's that's Sudsville.
Okay, cool. Ingrid Price.
Ingrid Price. That's straightforward. Not really. We don't have to like analyze that much.
Shout
your
out.
Name.
And David Stroud.
David Stroud.
Wait, no,
man.
not David Stroud. I actually
not
skipped the
David
guy,
Stroud.
so not David. Sorry, it was the last 4. David Stroud's like an old sub. Chris Stick.
Chris Stick. Okay. Chris Stick.
So shout out to you guys. And
We
if
really
you-
appreciate it, you guys.
Yeah, we really do. Thank
so
you.
now I know that all 4 of you probably have a couple more Gmail accounts. Go ahead. Do you suppose that that's one person's 4 different Gmail accounts? Or do you
It
think
could
they're
be, and if
individual?
it is, then thank you.
Yeah,
to
and
this one person.
if it is just one person, I mean, if you've got 4, what's to stop you from doing 8?
So the road to 1K is going to be exciting. Go ahead and share that. We released a flyer. Go ahead and share that. And it's time. It's that time of year. It's Thanksgiving, and we're thankful for you guys giving back to us. So go out there, go do your work. We believe in you. We're proud of you. We also should have said this at the beginning. I think it's safe to say everybody that listens to the show is officially Habit Rats.
Habit Rats. Yeah.
Habit Rats. Solid name.
That's our pet name for you for the NHP listener community.
Yep. We're not going to call you fans.
We're not going to call you just rats. I mean, it's not.
No.
You're not just a rat. Like
You're
you
habit
snitch or
rats.
something. You're a habit rat.
Habit Rat. And so all you Habit Rats out there, go do your thing. Go out there and scurry around the city and tell everybody that the road to 1K is going down now. And that's it. You got anything else to add?
Not really.
All right. Well, we love you guys. Bye.
Peace.